Shut up and sit down.
Australia, a place where you're meant to eat the green grass, not ask where the green grass came from, nor what happens to a truckload of your peers that have been driven down the road. As a young man, I remember being asked by my cousin, "What happened to you? You used to be cool." I told him that I'd grown up and became a nerd as the pay was better, but now I realise growing up was a fool's errand. I have spent so much of my time focusing on paying the bills and achieving other people's goals, which has done very little for my soul. Living in this beautiful harbour city of Sydney, I haven't found any of that promised joy. It's just been one long line of horrible experiences, one nasty woman after the other. Now I've come to the conclusion that hookers are just cheaper, including the cost of treating the STDs. Life in this city is about paying taxes, so bureaucrats can live the life they wish to become accustomed to, a feminist socialist paradise. Coming to that realisation, I now know it's time for me to make a change. It's time I hit the road and started looking for that promised joy on the horizon. It's time to forget all those other people's goals. It's time I started looking for that cool man I once was. I have created this video to let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Dallas, and I've been living and working in Sydney as a web developer for over 20 years. I've spent most of my money I've made on rent, and now it's so expensive that it's cheaper for me to live the rest of my life in hotels. After living all this time on my own, where the only joy was the morning ferry ride while watching the sunrise, I've really come to hate this city. So now the new plan is to keep wandering until I find a new home, somewhere where the people think the same way I do. And while the COVID restrictions are preventing me from leaving this country, I plan to spend my time exploring it. I plan to create a series of videos where I hope to share my experiences of the people I meet and the places I go. I hope to find out what makes people enjoy the place they call home. And for the next 6 to 12 months, I plan to do the big lap of this country, hopefully visiting all major populated areas. The big lap requires a big plan, and I've been planning this trip for far too long. There are tons of different options, and many people will do this trip in their own way. But for me, I want to do it on a motorcycle just because it's more challenging. It'll force me to reduce what I can carry to less than 100 litres. I know a car, a four-wheel drive or an RV all would make much more sense. Imagine having a tank that can do over 1,000 kilometres between refills. Compare that to a thirsty bike such as the Honda CB1000R that can only manage about 300 kilometres between refills. There's no radio, no CD player, no comfy seat, no air conditioning. I'm going it alone, reliant on strangers to help me solve the problems. But that's the challenge, and that's the excitement. It's the main motivation for me doing this. For example, on one hand, exploring the Kimberleys is going to be the scariest stretch of the journey, but it's also going to be the most inspiring. I hope to do this trip as a guest with Airbnb, living like a local in as many places as I can. I'm hoping to share this trip with you all, as I think you have the same dream as I, of walking out the front door and not coming back for at least 6 months. Ideally, you'll see the problems I encounter and how I manage to solve them. You'll see my mistakes, learn from my experiences, and hopefully you can plan a better big lap of your own. So let's find out how many bad haircuts I can end up with. And I know I have a lot to learn about traveling and video editing, so if you see something that you can do better than I, then don't be shy and comment below. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to enjoy your day.